the two teams that win the championship this year, the Miami Heat and the Dallas Mavericks, were the most. They were the teams that touched each other the most. Anybody ever see that? They're the ones that high-fived each other the most. They hugged the most, patted each other on the butt, congratulated each other the most. I know Miami wished, they wish they had done more than last night. But Chris Bosh was the most touchable guy. And if you saw him last night, he's the most emotional guy on that team, but he kind of collapsed after they lost the game. They were walking through the tunnel. And I say that because that's the kind of passion you have to have. One of the things we could have used today, my administrative assistant, Caitlin Mahoney, her dad's here, Kevin, and I had a surprise birthday party last night. He made this for me, and it was supposed to be my lucky piece. I'm just waiting to throw it in the lake so I can see if I can catch a fish. I should have putted with this today, Steve and Paige. I could have helped some with this, but it's a great piece, and it says here, Coach Smith's new toy, and I'm ready to go out and cast this in the lake. I told him, I said, this is not symbolic that it's time for me to leave. Because if you watch TNT with Charles Barkley and all those guys, and whenever they pull out the rod, without the fishing rod, they're telling you it's time to leave and it's time to go, or that the season's over for you. And our season did end pretty abruptly this year, unfortunately, but we're a team that I think we're well positioned. We've been talking coming up on the bus. I was on the bus today with Al Nunes, Paul Preston. We just talked. I was on with Scott and a bunch of folks. So we were talking a lot about basketball. Eric, who else was on the bus with us? We had Eric, Scott. Who else was on? Who?
Randy Brewer.
Randy was on the bus with us. I didn't get a chance to really talk much, but Quincy was Quincy on the bus? Yeah, Quincy was. Well, we almost left Quincy, right? But then I left and said, well, Quincy, I'll go to the office because I know Quincy's going to be late. But he's kind of like, no, Quincy was on time. We had a good time living there. And I love Jamal. Bruce Jamal is one of the hardest working players I think I've ever coached. But we got a great group of kids coming in this year as well. I think our class, our returning players, I thought last year's freshman group is one of the best classes that I've ever recruited. And I can tell you right now, you're going to love watching Elliot Eliason play. He's a kid from Shadron, Nebraska, 7 feet tall, very talented. In fact, we wanted to bring him out of red shirt, but we thought maybe we shouldn't do it, especially when we had Maurice Walker go down. And Maurice Walker, looking great. They all were back. Came in yesterday. We had a meeting this morning at 7 o'clock before we left. But they all look like they're in great shape. They're fired up and being back. Maurice Walker, his knee, it's going to be a while before he's ready to jump and run. But he's, Roger, I thought he looked extremely well this week. We've got to keep him down, keep his weight down. He looks good. So I think he's going to help. Those two guys will be, I'm serious, they could have probably started for us last year. They're both that talented. And I thought Maurice Walker was well on his way to come to help us out a lot more until he tore his knee.